Hi guys. Now, a lot of people think that Java is only for backend development. You know what? That's wrong because you can actually turn your small Java app that only displays stuff on the console into a Windows-like or a Mac OS-like app that people can actually install on their computer. By the end of this series, you'll be able to write Java apps that look like this, and this, and this, and so on. There's just so much you can do when it comes to designing with Java. So let's get started. Hi guys, and welcome to day 1 of the series. In this tutorial, I will show you some of the components that you can use in Java. Now let's start with the first component, which is this window here. This window is called a JFrame. So the window is called a JFrame. A JFrame comes with an icon here. You can change it. The title as well, you can set the title. And these buttons here come with the JFrame. So you can minimize, you can restore, you can maximize, you can restore. So the JFrame is the window. Moving on to the next component, we have the JMenuBar. Let me see if I can draw it for you. This component here is the JMenuBar. Now, this component does not come on all the windows. It's up to you to add it. So I've added this component so that you know that it's possible to have a menu bar in Java. So this component is called the JMenuBar. Now the JMenuBar has also sub-components. The first one is the JMenu. So this is a JMenu. This is another JMenu. And this is another JMenu, and so on and so forth. So a JMenuBar has JMenus, and a JMenu has a component inside which is called a JMenuItem. If I click on each of these JMenu, you will see there are JMenuItem. So this is one JMenuItem, another JMenuItem. If I come here, this is one JMenuItem and another JMenuItem. Moving on to the next component, we have this text here. So this is called a JLabel in Java. This is one JLabel. This is another JLabel. And this is another JLabel. So a JLabel helps you display a string, or you can also use a JLabel to display an image. So these are JLabels. Moving on to the next component, we have this rectangular box here. This box is called a JTextField. Now a JTextField helps you input a single line of character, just like that. You cannot press the enter key and go to the next line because it only helps you display a single line of character. So this is a JTextField. Moving on to the next component, the other box here. It looks like a JTextField, but it's not a JTextField. It's a JPasswordField. The difference between a JTextField and the JPasswordField is that the JPasswordField has all the character hidden. So as I'm typing, you can't see what I'm typing, but as I type in the JTextField, you can see what I'm typing. Moving on to the next component, we have this white component here, which is called the JTextArea. So a JTextArea is that component that helps you display multiple lines of text. I can press enter and go to the next line, just like all the text areas work. And there is this extra component I want to show you. I'll press enter again. Okay, as you see, as I'm adding more stuff in my text area, the scroll bar appeared. So I've added this text area on top of a JScrollPane. So the JScrollPane is this component that helps you scroll. And moving on to the next component, we have buttons here. So both of these are buttons. They are called JButton. So a JButton can either have a text only, or a JButton can have a text and an image. So both of these are JButtons, but then you can either pass a text plus an image, or you can only pass a text, or you can also only pass an image. So these are JButtons. Moving on to the next component, we have these components here. These are checkboxes. So this one is a checkbox, a JCheckBox. This is another JCheckBox, and this is another JCheckBox. So a JCheckBox has this square box plus a string which you set. So the box plus the string. Now checkboxes work as I'm sure you've seen checkboxes on let's say sign up pages or login pages where you need to select some of the object. So you can either tick all of them or just tick some of them. So they pretty much work like all the checkboxes work. Moving on to the next component, we have these components here. These are called JRadioButton. So this is a JRadioButton. This is another JRadioButton. And this is another JRadioButton. So a radio button has the circle here plus the text, a circle plus the text, and so on. So a radio button does not work like a JCheckBox, because with radio button you can only select one option at a time. You cannot select more than one option. So these are JRadioButton. Moving on to the next component, we have this component here, which is called a JComboBox. So a JComboBox is this box here where you can display a list of items, okay, and you can choose from any items in that list. So this is a JComboBox. And another thing, you can also add images inside this list here. So if you want to have images displayed in the combo box, you can add them in the list. So as soon as you click, it will be displayed in the JComboBox. Moving on to the next component, we have this component here. As you have guessed, this is a JProgressBar. So a progress bar only helps you display the progress of a certain task that is being performed either on the background or on the foreground. So a JProgressBar can either be indefinite, like this one. This is indefinite, or you can specify the start and the finish of the progress bar so that you can see the percentage changing here, like from 0 to 100. So this is a JProgressBar. Now let me expand this. I will show you one thing. I will erase all of this. Okay. Now the next component I want to show you is this one. This is called a JcolorChooser. Now a JcolorChooser is this component that helps you select a color and then apply it wherever you want to use it. Let's say, for instance, I click on the yellow color here. You will see my Hello World text here has changed to yellow. If I pick this color here, you will see the Hello World text is changing accordingly. If I pick the red, it's also changing accordingly. Now the JcolorChooser comes with different options that you can select from. And yeah, that's it. And also the other thing I want to show you, it's this bar here. Now all these components I have on the frame are sitting on a pane called a JSplitPane. So a JSplitPane helps you display components either on the left side or the right side of the JSplitPane. So this one is a horizontal split pane, which means that I have a left side and the right side. We also have a vertical split pane where we can display the components on top and the other components on the bottom. So all the components are inside a JSplitPane. So this part here is on the left side of the JSplitPane, and these ones are on the right side of the JSplitPane. Okay guys, so that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we'll be working on a real world project where we will use all the components that I have just showed you here. So if you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any upcoming content. Thanks guys for watching.